before we begin, we want to give a big shout out to our awesome sponsors. The first is the Grumpy Cookies for all of your fandom and D&D related needs or merch, your one-stop shop for all things fandom. Whether you're looking for the perfect Dungeons and Dragons gear, Doctor Who merch, or any other fandom apparel, they've got you covered. Check them out at www.thegrumpycookies.com for all your custom designs and anime clothing needs.
And we checked them out last week. They've got a bunch of different anime stuff. They do have their own brand, Grumpy Cookie, self-promotion, of course, but they got tons and tons of different apparel. And they're local, right?
Yes, they are local.
They are local to us here in Sacramento. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
So
I did not know that. Awesome.
Yeah, and of course, a heartfelt thanks to Dscribe, DSCRYB, the ultimate source for immersive D&D sounds and music. Elevate your game with expertly crafted soundscapes, perfect for any adventuring party, and let them help you bring your world to life.
Stay tuned.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to get started here shortly. Thank you for being in our Sunday stream. You guys, we got so much good news. New things on the horizon. Exciting, exciting, exciting. We're going to be starting here as soon as we get 2 more people. Waiting on Oro and Dee. Happy weekend, guys. I hope you guys had a wonderful Valentine's Day.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. I'm going to step away for a second.
I will ping the others. Badung. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. My name's Bitsy. How are you?
Oh. Well, Bitsy, I'm doing good. How are you?
The stream
No,
has
go.
no affiliation with Legends of Adventurous.
Just huge fans.
Just big fans.
Oh no. Should not be worried.
How can anybody not be huge fans when they're out there committing various war crimes?
I said a war cry.
We'll be running a little bit late, but he will be joining us.
How little bit of late we talking?
I estimate maybe 6:30, 6:45.
Okay.
I do apologize, and he also does apologize.
Okay. I think I could spend something. Change this.
Okay. Is everybody here? Save for Oro?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Akari?
I'm here.
Alright, are we all ready to play?
Yeah, let's do it. How do we get her out of jail?
Alright. Then let us suspend our disbelief and enter into the world of fantasy. Last we left off, G'day had been captured, disarmed, and subdued by the town's guards. Having been taken away to prison, Arhiho offered himself to the guards as well in an attempt to get her belongings, but being denied multiple times as they were all part of discovery for the overall investigation into her crimes. 3 counts of murder. However, the captain of the guard had their own questions for him, and any potential connection to the other wanted criminal, Orinarius. After some back and forth, Arhiho managed to shake more suspicion, but in turn offered up details to Oro being guilty of other crimes, with an order to update his posters to include Sex Pest. Finally, making his way to the Stockpot Inn for some much-needed ale, food, and a real bed. Already at the inn, Didi and Akari had made themselves comfortable and prepared a nice home-cooked meal for the sending Didi off with her and Oro's dinner, and some much-needed company to his lonesome at the Akari and Arhiho, both well beyond exhausted, unknowingly sat down right next to each other and held a 3-way conversation with Didi via Sending Stone. All the while, an unsettling guest arrives and takes up her seat in the corner by herself. Faint glimpses of her lips moving as if having a conversation with the wall. After settling in, Kari left to collect the requisitions, and on his way out, having a brief brush-in with a young girl and a maid, similar to that of what the posters of Farquaad were wearing, casually making her way down the street, eventually catching up to the girl once more as she appeared to be returning to the mayor's office and the residence of Madame. As Akari gathered the things, he began to make his way back towards the inn. While off at camp, Didi had met up with Oro as they sat down to enjoy a quiet dinner, eventually contacting Akari and Arhiho via Sending Stone. Through an exchange of words, it was agreed it would be best to move camp deeper into the woods, thanks to Arhiho's slip of camp outside town to the guard. Didi, dismantling camp, and with Oro in tow, made their way deeper into the woods. And after multiple left turns, right turns, here, there, to and fro, they started to hear the sound of music and song. Testing fate, they both moved closer still, close enough that they started to make out some of the lyrics and a tune before deciding it best to get away before they pushed their luck. Oro, stepping on a branch, finds himself getting caught, with Didi lurking in a tree nearby. A tall, slender woman wearing pirate attire with golden blonde hair wielding 2 scimitars stands behind Oro, a large smile across her face, blades drawn. She almost playfully places her foot on Oro's back as he's trying to sneak away. And where do you think you're going? Why don't you come and join the party? As she stares down at Oro with her swords drawn. Oro looks up at her and says, "No, wait, please, wait." As you watch as he falls over pathetically and lands softly on the forest floor. Dee Dee, I would like for you to give me a perception or an insight check.
I'm glad you gave that option because I believe I am proficient in insight. Uh, 24 DM.
As you look at her and you watch as she shakes her head, you see a wry, playful kind of smile cross her face for a moment. And as she shrugs, she sees one of her blades and reaches down and grabs onto Oro's ankle and begins hauling him back towards the camp. Dee Dee, what are you doing?
I'm going to scramble up and start following them and say, wait, where do you think you're going? What are you doing with him?
Are you trying to be stealthy about this?
No, not at all.
That's my girl.
As you approach, you watch as she freezes in an instant and she whips around and she swings her blade forward and pauses it, outstretched towards you, just inches away. And what do we have here? Another audience member?
That's my friend. Please, can you put him down, please? Please?
Oh, well, I simply cannot. You see, he's passed out. And you watch as she kind of pulls Tugly, and Oro slides forward a little bit, but doesn't move, but still appears to be bruised.
Dee Dee's going to let out a deep, heavy sigh, and she's holding her hands up in a show of oh my gosh, what's that word? Like, no violence. I am not trying to be violent. I forgot what that word is, but
Non-confrontational.
thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like a non-confrontational. Then where are you taking him?
Back to camp.
Can I go with you then? I just want to make sure he's okay. I was put on duty to watch him.
Give me an insight check as she looks at you, shrugs with a smile, and says, "It's your funeral!"
Funeral?
And she waves her sword at you to start walking.
17 DM.
Okay. And as she waves her swords for you to start walking towards the camp, what do you do?
I'm going to take a few steps forward and begin to follow. And I'm going to keep my eye on her blade.
As you start walking and as you break line of sight with her, you almost get a sense that what she is saying is more performative than it is being aggressive and hostile. As she marches you, with Oro literally in tow, back to camp.
That makes me feel a little bit better. Is there... How am I trying to ask this? Are there any noteworthy features about her? Like... That's not how I want to ask the question either.
What are you trying to deter or glean from her?
Is there anything like on her person or about her person that is really that could be like identifying or I guess important? I don't know how I know how what I'm wanting to ask. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I'm making sense.
Like, are you asking for like identifying marks or anything that would just stand out? Something that might give away like a background or maybe something she's wearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Okay. As you kind of give her a glance over, you can see that her clothes are relatively well maintained. You can see little bits of dirt here and there, but outside of that, nothing that you wouldn't expect to find. You can see that she does appear to have naturally longer hair, but it appears to be held up in almost what appears to be almost like a curl. Just one singular large curl on the back of her head. She does appear to be Hylian. And with the way that she kind of holds herself and her demeanor, she does kind of give off a very rough kind of vibe.
As we're walking, Dee Dee's kind of walking a little stiffly, with her, and she's going to give her a look over and ask in an almost hesitant voice, "So, what are you doing with him?"
Well, he clearly doesn't look fine, and can't just leave a poor thing out in the woods all by itself.
Itself. You know he's a person, right? Not a thing?
She kind of hoists him up a little bit, looks him over, lays him back down. Well, if he wasn't gonna be a thing, he wouldn't have passed out in the woods.
Supposed to mean.
Exactly what it sounds like.
Yes.
I mean, G'day agrees 100% above table.
Okay, it's just because it's Oro, isn't it?
Technically, an unconscious or deceased character does become an object in this game, so I agree.
Oh, that's funny. I did
And
not.
I have the improvised weapon feat.
I resent that.
Dee Dee is
Welcome,
kind of just. Oh yes, welcome.
Thank you, DM.
Dee Dee's kind of just staring at her before she goes over to Oro and can I take place of carrying him so she's not carrying him?
Can you carry anything, Dee Dee?
Yes, I can. I'm strong.
Yeah, right. I see those weak, ineffectual arms.
Oh, really? What's your strength, Oro? What's your strength?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just
Does Oro see this in character?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're unconscious.
Yeah, chicken legs.
Well, you're feigning death.
Wait, did he soil himself again?
No soiled himself. He didn't almost die.
I would like to carry Oro.
Suit yourself, and she passes Oro over to you. Yeah, and she points her sword. She draws her other blade now, and she points at both of you. Says, "Go on, keep moving."
And I'll keep walking, and I'll let her lead us.
Give me a strength check, or an athletics.
Ooh.
How are you helping the fainted Oro over to camp?
He's thrown over my shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
You fireman carry him?
Yup.
Of course.
You hear faintly coming from Oro's mouth.
Yeah. I appreciate that. No, I do appreciate that, but
All right.
good.
As you two get marched onto the camp. Meanwhile, back in Clocktown. Ikari, you had just gathered all of the goods and have began making your way back towards the inn. Arhiho, you still back at the Stockpot Inn. Decided to... I forget, did you go up to bed or not?
I honestly don't recall. I don't feel like it did because I feel like there was that woman that came in that was very suspicious and suspiciously seemed like someone we might know, right? And I was trying to figure that out. And then I got up. Did I get up to go upstairs? I think that's where you ended. It was like possible movement.
Oh, I might be confusing because Akari went upstairs. I remember that.
Right, yeah. Because I'm drinking my sorrows away right now. Things have gone bad. And they're not getting that much better. We're supposed to be the sages and the saviors. And here we are. One person locked up. Another person a wanted criminal. One person's easily manipulated by our mischievous, less than coherent good day. This is exhausting.
In jail, her ears tingle and G'day smiles.
Was there anything you were doing while Akari was out, Arhi?
Nope.
All right. You hang out at the inn. You eat the delicious meal that Akari had prepared. And do you enjoy having nice time, people watching? Go ahead and give me a perception check. As you are sitting there, enjoying your food, you start to hear a faint voice coming from your pack.
I'm sorry, what?
You hear a voice coming from your pack.
Arhijo looks around. Is anybody near me?
No, you appear to be by yourself.
I hold my pack to my ear like a seashell.
As you start to hold your pack to your ear, you hear a faint, muffled voice. But unfortunately, the voice is very faint, and in order to actually make out what it would say, you would actually have to open up your pack and pull out whatever's inside.
I'm going to excuse myself to the commode, taking my backpack like I'm needing it, and I'm gonna go listen to it in the toilet like any good self-respecting human should.
And as you go in and you look around the washroom and the latrine, it is spotless in here. All of the tiles glisten and gleam. Like, you imagine that you could legitimately eat food off of this floor and be perfectly fine. And the taste would be phenomenal. And as you pop open your pack and you begin to kind of sift around, you focus in on where it's coming from. And as you reach in, you feel one of your objects inside of your bag. And as you pull it out, it appears to be the long lunar flower hairpin that you had gotten from the Great Fairy in Northern Clocktown. And you hear what sounds like a woman's voice.
Madame Aroma, I have returned from the Stockpot Inn. The place is squeaky clean as requested.
A brief silence.
Ashley Curio is selling in nicely. I saw her enjoying herself at the inn as I left. No, she appears to be keeping to herself, save for her friend. Copy that, madame. With that, then, I'm off to my next appointment.
And after a few brief moments, you hear what sounds like a door close, before the voice comes in once more.
Now, how did you get activated? Wouldn't want anyone listening in on the other end.
As the voice cuts out.
The other. Okay. And could I? So that was the assistant to whom? Who did she say the name was?
Madame Aroma.
And that's the person that we have from the stock. That's who's
the mayor's wife.
Yeah, that's who's taken Farquaad, quote unquote, and has now led the decision to get Good Day taken care of. Ooh.
I don't think she mentioned it.
No? Okay. No, that was the other girl that we're seeing here, which looks eerily like Valine. Anyway, names, people, persons, things. Yes. Well, shit. Just came here. Is that maybe part of the this comb? Who was supposed to have the other one? Was it Farquaad? Because
No,
this
you
code
only
that
got
we
one.
received, we only got one?
Mm-hmm.
Because I now added that to my my sheet, but I don't remember having that on there. You said it's a
I think it
comb
kind of
from the
got
fairy, right?
passed around because I believe Tana's had it at one point.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in my bag, rolling it in a cloth, and then proceed back out, looking for a Akari.
And as you walk back out, at this point, Akari, you find yourself walking back into the Stockpot Inn. And you look across the room and you see our Hiho.
Is Ashley still there as well?
Yes.
Thank you, Ashley.
Akari is tired. He got all his stuff. He still wants to keep low key. So he doesn't want to interact. I think he's just gonna say hi to Anju. And just retire. And to his room, and then with the sending scales, check in on Dee Dee.
Okay.
Hello? Just checking in on how you two are doing.
Edie, you hear the voice come through the sending stone.
And I can respond in my mind, right? I don't have to speak out loud.
The spells is you speak your words, but only the receiver hears it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I believe.
Let me also double check the item. Sending scales.
Directly into the mind of a creature.
Since planes time center energy. Doesn't say. Oh, that's because these are I think I did it off of the sending spell, not the message spell.
Yes. But message is kind of the same. Only the recipient hears it, but I'm pretty sure sending is into the mind of the person you're sending it to.
Yeah, sending is mind to mind, message is mind to mind, and then I think they can whisper a response. But anyways, yeah, you hear this you hear Akari's voice in your mind, Didi.
Okay. He's going to take a second to respond. Glance around before she whispers it, but it's almost like a whisper shout, and all she's going to say is musical pirates.
What? Is all you hear.
He's going to repeat it a little louder, but still in a whispery tone. Musical pirates.
Like a toddler trying to tell you something secret.
Exactly, yes. Exactly.
Okay, are you guys okay?
I think so. They don't seem mean.
Okay.
being held at sword point, but seems like an act? Can I make sure that the person, I don't think I got her name, but can I make sure she's not hearing me or noticing?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh. Never mind.
Hard to tell. She seems to still be keeping you at a good arm's length, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, nothing's changed.
Okay. Didi will take that with confidence and reply one more time. Think we're okay. We'll let you know if trouble comes.
Oh, sorry. I was muted. Yay. Okay. He says, "All right, just check in whenever you can." And then outside of the Sending Stone, he just says, "Musical pirates." Oh. Okay.
Didi, Oro. As you both get led into this camp by this blonde woman, she leads you over and you are greeted to a massive site. Where go? Okay. As you get marched into the camp, you can see a large number of crates, goods, supplies, wagons, carrying all different types of goods. You can see that a lot of the wood has kind of been set up in a way to create multiple benches just kind of outside of the light. You see this large bonfire kind of in the center of camp. As you both look around, you see 6 other individuals around you. And all of them are shooting you nasty glances and glares. You see 3 large men, muscular in tone, in their mid to late 30s, and 3 smaller men, some of which are young enough that you think they could have just turned 18. As you glance around, meeting each of their gaze, I'd like both of you to give me an insight check.
Even though I'm knocked out.
You're feigning. You're feigning.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. You're feigning. I passed out.
Do you see how great at acting I am?
As she marches you both into camp, and she points at the table as you watch a smaller man, kind of older looking, but he appears to have these mutton chops. As Tetris points at the table and says, "Clear space," as he begins shuffling away plates and writing utensils and a bunch of other parchment as he clears a spot for Oro to be laid down.
That's you, Didi. You must lay me down.
Hey.
Yes, but is this really safe?
Thank
Didi
you,
will
William.
whisper back
You're
as
amazing.
she's walking towards to lay him down.
If not, I have Fireball ready to cast.
Yes, but don't do that until I give the signal. And then Didi's going to lay him fully down and then take a step back.
In the middle of her laying down, I'll be like, signal!
Oro, as you get laid down, you feel your head kind of tilt off to the side as you lay it down. And you kind of peek your eye open, and you can see the man with mutton chops kind of looking you over. You watch as he kind of reaches down, he pulls out a dagger, and he sticks it right into the table, right next to your head, as he also pulls out a flintlock pistol. Didi, you and Oro kind of glance around, and you see that some of the other male pirates are starting to kind of do the same. Oro, as you look at the man with mutton chops, you kind of glance over and you see the youngest of the group. You see he's got these large spectacles on as he's kind of carrying around what looks like to be some sort of traveler's log. As you watch as he watches the man with the mutton chops pull his dagger out, you see as he kind of gets a smile and he kind of nods his head like going, "Oh, I get it," as he reaches down and he pulls out his dagger and he sticks it into the table. It seems very disingenuous that this kind of seems to be all performative, in a sense.
Okay, I continue to lay there. What
Well,
is
then-
Dee Dee doing?
She's kind of just watching, making sure that nobody actually tries to harm Oro. But she's glancing around at everyone and then looking at the woman who brought us here.
You watch as she walks over and she looks at the man with the mutton chops. She goes, "What do you think, Zuko? Do you think he'll live?" "I don't know. He seems to be in pretty rough shape. He's got covered in scars. I think we might have to amputate." "Oh dear! Why would we ever need to amputate?" "You see, he looks like he's got a little bit of a chicken leg problem going."
Wow. Wow.
She's going to audibly snicker at the word chicken. Chicken feet. Or chicken leg.
"Oh dear, is it that bad?" "Yeah, it looks like it's gotten pretty aggressive. You see right here, it's taken over his entire right leg. Probably gonna have to take it off at the thigh at least. And it seems to have even spread over into his left one."
Wait. So what's wrong with him? Didi's going to look between the two of them.
You watch as the blonde looks over at you, and she kind of crosses her arms and very sadly goes, "He's got a bad case of chicken leg.
And
I'm
and
afraid
what-
it's gonna be terminal if we don't apply the cure."
What's the cure?
You watch as the mutton chop man looks over, and you watch as the young man with glasses also looks over. As you hear the older man go, amputation, as you hear almost like an echo, the younger one say, amputation! He looks over at him, raises his eyebrow, and gives him like the Shrek, really? Really? Look. As the younger one kind of like sinks back down and pulls his journal up to cover his face. You heard the doctor.
And he's really a doctor?
Look, as she looks down at Zuko and says, Zuko, you got your paperwork? He looks up at her and shrugs. Seems legitimate to me.
Well, hold on. Can I take a look at what you're calling this chicken leg?
Oh, you don't want to touch it. It's very contagious.
Just look, not touch.
We're gonna have to amputate it real quick. And you watch as she pulls out both of her swords and holds them up like shears to Oro's leg.
I want to get in her way.
You can certainly try.
DM, I know that they are like they're feigning this. This isn't real, right?
Yes, you've been listening to their exchange, and it is very. You've definitely heard like performing arts similar along these lines, where they're very dramatized. They appear to be playing a little game from Ravnica called Yes and.
Very important for what we do, guys.
What are you doing, Dee Dee?
Oh, I'm getting in her way. I thought.
Yeah, how are you getting in her way?
I'm going to rush over and I'm going to hold my arms out as I'm blocking them from his legs. And she's going to hurriedly say, Now, is that really necessary? Are you sure there's nothing else?
So you put your hand between her blades and Oro's legs?
Yes.
All right, as you do so, give me a perception check.
Okay. 19.
As you put your hands in between the blades and Oro's legs, you feel a little hand reach up from underneath the table and grab onto your wrist and pull your hand down so that way it slaps Oro's leg. And you hear from under the table as this mousy looking kid kind of peers his head out and he goes, "Oh no, she touched the chicken legs. She's infected."
Can I rub my hand over that little kid's face?
Oh my gosh.
You can certainly try.
I would like to do that, yes.
We'll do an opposed dexterity check.
Let the chaos consume you.
So give me a sleight of hand.
Oof.
As you reach your hand down to go and try and touch his face, you watch as he almost comically like a mole disappears his head underneath the table and is out of reach as you hear scamper.
Dee Dee's going to look at her hand, look at where the kid was, and then wipe her hand on Oro's shirt.
Oh no. Looks like she's infected with chicken leg too. Did you hear that, everyone else? And you look over as you see the 3 tall, burly men look over and begin moving closer.
I would like to back away.
As you back away, you feel like something bumps into your legs. And as you look down, you see the kid from underneath the table wrap his arms around your legs.
Let me go, please. You're gonna be infected too with chicken leg, even though it's on my hand.
You see, that's where you're wrong. You see, we have the cure.
Thanks, Barb. Appreciate you, bud.
The cure of all cures.
And what's that?
You watch as the tall, burlier men get closer. And you feel as a piece of cloth gets pulled out from behind you and over your eyes. As you feel the burlier men lift you, Oro, you feel lift as well. As you both get pulled out into the bit of the darkness. And as you do so, you watch as they set you both down, pull the wrappings around. You quickly glance around, your eyes kind of trying to readjust. You see as they all have gathered and lined up behind you. As you hear the blonde-headed woman say, "Well, now that we have an audience, let's give them a taste of the all-curest of cures. What do you say, boys?" And you hear the men next to her cheer and holler. As the light of the bonfire extinguishes, your eyes scream out as they try to adjust. And as you look around and your eyes begin to change and adjust in, you see a flash of lights before you. Oh, they aren't working. There we go.
Hey!
As these lights come down.
I don't see anything.
Well, that's because you're on a different map.
Oh.
But for the audience members.
Tiki, 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 tiki.
Everything visually on your side, Arhiho?
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, chat. I'm not here, but we're here. Enjoy.
You watch as these 3... Huh?
All I got is a black box. I see nothing now. It's okay. It's okay. I understand.
Here, you guys have a party to...
Do
We do?
Yeah, it's the little Kebos guy.
Oh.
Can you see now?
Is it on?
Yeah.
It should be.
I
We
don't
can
see
drag
anything,
your token out
unfortunately.
here. Just drag your token out here.
Okay.
Yeah, drag your token out like middle of the map.
Ooh, what the fuck is going on? Sorry.
Oh my.
Okay.
Who the fuck
No,
is that?
my thing was being weird. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see anything at all. It's just black.
Yeah, just drag your token out to where we're pinging.
Yeah, we'll. There, how's that,
Boom.
G'day?
Much better.
Everyone wanted to be a part of the show, DM.
Apparently. You see a number of large lights illuminate what appear to be a stage. Oro, you in particular would be familiar with this type of lighting. They appear to be doing spotlights, much as often seen within the opera and theater houses of Ravnica. You watch as they shine light onto a large stage. It seems to be a bit hastily thrown together, but you can see what appears to be a scene depicting a majestic sailboat racing across the rough seas with danger lurking. You see what looks like to be a large wooden squid painted onto planks of wood. As you see the one-eyed fiend with springy wooden prop-like tentacles bounce around, imitating what looks like to be attacking the large vessel. Next to that, next to the large boat, you see a smaller vessel, much more modest in design. That can be doing what can only be described as struggling to keep up. Both appear to have doors onto a presumed deck for performance. You hear silence. You watch as the large door on the majestic boat slams open, and out walks a tall, slender Hyrule with two pencil-thin lines of a mustache and a patch of hair on his chin. His dark brown hair, waxed and combed over into a sleek style, adorned on his head is a comically large captain's hat, bedazzled with glinting sequins and a large red feather. As you see this man step out on stage. You watch as he steps forward on his vessel, and Captain Morgan style lifts his leg up onto the front of the boat and stands proudly. You see that he has an equally bedazzled captain's jacket with a flowing red scarf that appears to be blowing in the wind. And you see a large smile cross his face. And then you hear the creaks of the door on the smaller vessel. Megan, would you care to describe your character?
So out walks an unusually tall and lanky individual, very fair-haired and fair-skinned, with a grin that goes almost from ear to ear, with kind, bright eyes and covered in more than a few tattoos, as he strides out confidently onto the stage.
Wait, what? What do you mean, Megan's character?
Oh, this is beautiful.
And then?
As he stands on stage, he gives a flourish of his arms in an upward motion and then points them both to this other gentleman.
As you look over the attire of this tall, lanky gentleman, you can see that he appears to be wearing what appears to be a little sailor's outfit. Comically meant to be dwarfed by the other individuals very glamorized attire.
I open the door and then
With
And there's an awkward
beautiful
silence.
crop top.
And there's a bit of an awkward silence as you watch the pencil-thin mustache man look over, holding his pose. And you hear him clear his throat. You hear the sound of music begin to roar up all around you, Dee Dee and Oro. You hear the sounds of a flute leading into accordion, violin, guitars, drums, and horns as all of the sounds begin to erupt to life. And you watch as the man turns his head back up and with a ha 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 kind of look, the music plays. As they begin to go into song, the gentleman stands up and goes, "He's strong, he's bold, and on the quest for gold, the best captain around, or so I'm told." You hear the voice of the other man come in.
As he leans forward. But all we see, a coward shaking knees. Is this the man who conquered mighty seas?
You watch as he turns down and gives her a foul scowl, as you hear all of the other voices of the pirates begin to chime in. And now, for some reason, we all put our faith in this guy. He might just end our lives today. We don't know if he tells the truth or a lie, but we still will follow anyway. As it chimes back down and dips into a low, it shoots back up as the man readjusts himself and kind of huffs. He's tough, he's brave, and is never afraid. The mighty Linebeck shall not find his grave.
The other tall man leans back and puts the back of his hand on his forehead and goes, "Not brave, or not smart, not bright, would rather run than fight."
Or hides a real hero deep inside. And all the pirates chime in once more. And now can you see why we really like this guy? His tales can bring some cheer today. We know he's a coward deep down inside, but we still will laugh all the way. As the entire performance erupts into chaos as the man in the glamored up attire looks down and looks at the younger of the troupe as he jumps off stage and begins to chase them around.
That's incredible.
The other man is standing there, a hand on one hip, just jollily laughing. You're a coward.
What are you two doing? As you sit there and this performance happens, you both feel an arm drape around your guys' necks as the blonde-haired woman leans in, laughing. "So what do you think? Do you think you're cured of the chicken leg?"
I don't know. Do we look cured?
I'm assuming I'm like fully awake now, right?
no.
No longer like seeing anything. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
As I watch this, I am completely caught off guard, and I look over at Dee Dee, and there's a moment of just pure shock on my face As would be understood, given that there was a very real thought of me dying, at the very least, not knowing if we were going to be hurt in any way. But with this full orchestration, I am going to lean toward Dee Dee and not even look at her, but in the middle of it, I'm like, Dee Dee, are we being held hostage or are we being reviewed? As I see them sing and dance, watching completely still, I tilt my head and I'm like, oh no, they're talented. My eyes widen slightly. I would like it noted that if I die here, it will not be by blade, but by choreography. Wonderful projection, though. Strong diaphragm work. And then I look around and I'm like, but I do have to say, I refuse to participate in this metaphor. And Dee Dee, I hate that this is so well produced.
Well, we should. I've never experienced anything like this before. I think it's honestly a little bit fun.
The tall, slender gentleman pulls out what seems to be some kind of amplifying device. Is anybody staying for the second round? We gonna do some crowd work here? As he slaps his knee and adjusts his crop top underneath his nipples.
Well,
You hear as this gentleman calls out, "Go ahead, Beach, give him your best."
So I see we're all gathered here, some of us with our will, some against, and she points to the other people that she has just seen in the crowd. You. What brings you to this place? You know what, never mind. If you were bringing it some random man slung over your shoulder, I guess I don't really know. But, that just tells me that you're the bottom in this relationship.
what?
You hear all of the men around burst into laughter.
Oh, well, young lady, I mean, with that kind of strength, I mean, not assuming you are a young lady, but your wings are so delicate. With such great strength, what brings you with, this gentleman? I'm sure I could show you a much better time. And he leans forward and kind of squeezes his pectorals together.
Dee Dee.
I see. Bias, sexist.
Dee Dee flushes and pointedly looks away from this dude's pectoral muscles and is
Man cleavage.
man cleavage. And all she can muster out is an awkward laugh.
He'll point to the other gentleman, the one that was being carried, and go, well, okay. I mean, if the lady is too genteel to speak, it seems you don't quite have the pride to speak up for yourself. I could probably give you a better time. I know I could definitely lift you higher than this young lady could, and he reaches his arms dramatically up over his head.
Me? Well, yes. Well, first, are we kidnapped? Is this? Well, I mean, your harmonies were tighter than expected, I have to say. But if you are doing any lifting, I would say that I would be more than open to it. But I just want to make sure that I am not going to be expected to sing along in any way. I cannot do any heavy lifting myself, per se, but I am of the magical persuasion, and if need be, I can make myself useful in that regard.
He sits down on the stage, legs kicking over the side like a little kid, and goes, "Shh, shh. It's okay. I can have you both."
As the man says this, Dee Dee, behind you, you feel a large looming figure. As you look behind you, you see a tall, muscled, and toned individual standing behind you with a red bandana on. You can see that his nose itself is kind of reddish as he stands above you, staring down. What do you do?
She'll hold eye contact for roughly a minute.
You're looking up at him? Because he's
Yeah.
like right above you.
Yeah, I'm looking up at him.
He's staring down. And a minute passes.
And he doesn't say anything.
No.
Then Dee Dee will break the silence and awkwardly ask, "Can I help you?"
Captain's orders. And you watch as he pulls his hands out and he produces a mug of mead for you and Oro.
Oh, come on. You're cooling down my crowd. I didn't even get to the good material yet. And then he huffs.
Oh, calm down, Beat. You hear the blonde call out. There'll be chances for more jokes. Let them lighten up a little bit.
He rolls his eyes dramatically and slowly saunters off stage with one hand on his hip, swaggling his tiny sailor's outfit.
Why don't you get changed and come on back down? We'll all have a toast to our fantastic performance.
All right. Exit stage left.
And you watch as he exits stage left. And after about a minute or so, you see as he comes back.
He is topless with some very glamorous skin-tight black leather leggings.
Ooh, just for you, Oro.
As you make your way back over, you watch as the large man with the effeminate voice wearing a purple crop top with a tuft of gray chest hair sticking out as he leans forward and passes a mug of ale up. A mug of mead to you. Says, "Fantastic work up there, darling."
Well, that is most gracious. But you know I prefer something a little less sharp. Do you have any juice, maybe? Maybe some purified water that won't get me sick, darling?
Let me go check the stocks. I'm pretty sure we brought your stash with us.
Oh.
And you watch as he kind of like saunters, hips kind of swaying a little bit as he wanders off and gets you a beverage, Beat.
So am I among the crowd now?
Yeah. I'll say that you've kind of come over and you've joined the group as beverages are being passed out. And yeah.
So he's gonna kind of swagger over to the group and go, well, I know at least one of you didn't come of their own accord, but what brings the other one? And he kind of leans down, because he is approximately like 6'6", so he like bends at the waist and leans down to look Dee Dee in the eye and smiles from ear to ear. A beautiful pearly white smile full of perfect teeth.
Dee Dee will look at him a little curiously and laugh a little bit before gesturing over to Oro. Well, it seems your group had found my friend in a predicament? And now we are watching your wonderful performance.
He laughs gaily. Nothing better than a captive audience, huh? Yeah, most people think about in a predicament.
Absolutely captive. That is the correct word, captive, yes. We are being held captive, that is correct.
Well, you won't be held captive after this, and you watch as you feel her weight kind of push against both of you as she hops off of you both. And you watch as she turns over and she grabs a flagon of mead as she raises it up to the sky and says, "Here to another fantastic show! Congratulations to Beat and Sir Linebeck! To a fantastic performance at the festival!" And you hear as everyone else cheers out and holds up a mugged drink. You look over and you can kind of see Linebeck sulking over by the stage. No drink in hand.
Beats kind of lean forward to the group. He's strong, he's brave, and yet he's always afraid. This poor bastard can't get enough attention. And he smiles and giggles to himself.
Dee Dee would like to try and sing along.
I could have rhymed something else with that.
My talent is not in music, and he cocks his head and gives him a very engaging smile. And you do notice that even though he looks fairly plain, he is strangely beautiful.
I am completely at a loss here, Dee Dee. I do not know what we are doing here or what is going on anymore. I'm beginning to spiral again and think that we are once again dead. Not sure if that is not the case, but it seems as such. And I am concerned that we are going to find that we, in fact, have died. But yes, what do we do here?
Sometimes it's just better to not ask questions and just wait it out. And it seems like this is something that we wait out. And she's going to sip the mead, cringe at it, and pass it over to Oro.
As you taste the mead, it is actually surprisingly very sweet.
Oh. In that case, Dee Dee will drink half of it, or a majority of it, and pass the rest to Oro.
Oro has his own mug.
Oh, does he? I thought we were sharing it.
No. The man brought over 2.
Oh, beautiful. And she's going to finish it.
Give me a con save.
Oh, no.
So, as this is going on, Beach would like to continue flirting with Oro and he wants to try to convince him to join him back in his cabin.
How do you do that?
Make him drunk.
As he sees that he's drinking and Beat is having, I don't know, I'm assuming apple juice if they have mead, drinking his apple juice, he leans in and goes, "May I ask consent to put my hand on you?"
Right, chat. Consent is important.
We love it.
Consent is important. He leans in, his chest is glistening in the air. May I, sir? I would like your consent. And if all goes well, maybe your consent to come play with me afterwards. And he gives him a wink.
For what? To place I
With me, honey, everything goes at your pace. I'll take it nice and slow if you want. And he grins and leans his shoulder.
I offer a very tight smile. I straighten in my chair slightly. I appreciate the invitation. I fold my hands together calmly. Tilt to my head. I am.
Maybe some friends would be good for you.
Yes. Sure.
Oh.
I give a small slug.
Beat's smile grows wider, almost to what you would think is an impossible width. Because, all right, again, I always go by what you would like to do, but I would love to go play a game of Tetris back in my cabin.
And what
and then he holds out a hand.
What does that entail?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beat looks a little confused. Have you not heard of the game?
No.
Oh, well,
I am not familiar.
Okay, well, I guess all innuendos aside, I will stop because you seem confused and I feel uncomfortable with this situation. If you're welcome, we can just play chess.
Kings and cavalry. Yes, I'm familiar. I am very yes. Let's play a gentlemanly game of wits.
All right. If that's what you'd prefer, I'm perfectly happy with that. And he sits down and begins to act very gentlemanly. No.
Do you have it? Do you have the
everybody
game out?
It's back in my room. Wink, wink.
Well, then let's go. What are we waiting for?
He holds out a hand to see if Oro will take it, and after like 3 seconds, if he doesn't, he'll put his hand back and just go, "Okay, follow me."
Yeah, I'll take your hand.
Okay. And then in a very fun and playful way, he begins to jauntily take merry steps back towards the place where he sleeps with the other pirates.
As you escort Oro back to your chambers, to say, you hear as the man with the broad chest and the orange bandana call out and say, "Now be gentle, Beat. You don't want to leave him gasping for air like last time." And he kind of
He turns back and waves a hand over his shoulder. "Darling, I'm always gentle."
Why would you gasp for air playing kings and cavalry?
Oh, well, my last partner, Kip, she, to be fair, she was always gasping for air. Gasping for a lot of other things, too. He laughs to himself.
And it goes right over Oro's head.
As Oro gets led off to Beat's chambers, Dee Dee, you feel like you have a moment alone as everyone, the blonde-haired woman and all the rest of the individuals kind of begin mingling amongst themselves. You see that some of them have out different instruments and they're playing little tunes, and they're just having a very good time. It's theater camp. And you watch as the blonde heads over and begins consoling Linebeck. But Dee Dee, you feel like you have a moment to yourself. Was there anything you would like to do?
Honestly, she's just going to watch everything and enjoy the quiet moment while Oro is off making friends. But she's just going to sit and watch and enjoy what's going on around her. As she realizes that this is not a threat.
You watch as you kind of sit there, you hear a voice behind you as the man with mutton chops walks up and he says, "Here for partaking in our little joke." And he passes you another mug of mead. As you begin to feel the effects of the first mug come over you. It's our own special brew. We call it Buzzer Bee Meadin. As he passes it up to you, as you become slightly drunk. Well, as you become drunk.
In her drunken state, she will accept another one and begin sipping on it. Thank you for this very interesting experience.
Well, of course, we here at the Tetra Pirates aim to put on a grand performance.
The grand it was.
Well, we'll be here for a while, so feel free to kind of make yourselves at home. If you're hungry, we got some fresh produce and stuff from the markets available. Just give us a holler.
Well, that would be lovely. Thank you so much for this and for your guys' hospitality.
You watch as he gives you a curt nod and then kind of awkwardly walks away.
Dee Dee will sip on the new cup of mead that she was given.
All right. Meanwhile, back in town. Yukari, or Hiho, you both find yourselves at the Stockpot Inn.
I do have to say, above table, I'm a little sad that nobody activated their sending scales so that the rest of the party could hear the musical fervor.
Well, it's based off of the sending spell, so it has to be thought, so they wouldn't hear anything.
Shh, just let me have this.
Back at the Stockpot Inn.
Thanks for moving us over, at least, so we got to enjoy it with you, and so did chat. So at least that was that.
Of course. You find yourselves at the Stockpot Inn, and as you both kind of enter, you make eye contact. Arhiho, you had just heard a voice coming from an item in your pack. What are you two doing?
I was gonna sit back down at the table and reach out with my sending stone to Akari, letting him know that I just heard a communication from one of the helpers. There's this comb I forgot about.
What'd you hear?
It was a report of one of the helpers for the madam saying that she had come cleaned the stockpot in. I do not know how it got activated, but I think it is important we try and listen in.
I saw the floral hairpin on the other person, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I tell Arhiho the I suddenly can't pronounce her name. The maid with the pink hair that left earlier, she has the other one. If we can, she does the same maid service that, Lord Farquaad does.
Should we try and talk to her?
If you feel it's important. I don't think we'll be able to talk to much people tonight, though. It is nighttime now, right?
Yes.
Okay. But she said that she had another place to go to clean.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that hairpin or that clip. Was it like a radio? Was anybody able to hear it if they're around, or was it kind of one of those things where I hear it in my head?
Because it doesn't require attunement. You heard it, but it acts kind of like a walkie-talkie, but whoever it's attuned to is the one that gets. If that makes sense.
Okay. Like the other end is the important end once it's attuned.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in theory, I could put it in my hair and I would be able to hear without other people hearing, possibly?
Yep.
I'm going to keep listening and maybe there's a chance I catch something else important. I think I will retire soon. I am quite exhausted and only tomorrow we will find out what happens to Good Day. I'm kind of worried, but nothing another glass of ale should not fix. And then I try and flag down one of the barmaids to bring me another cup.
Yep, you see as Anju makes her way over and she brings you another flagon.
You hear nothing else from Akari because he is in his room now, and he's probably he's passed out now. He's been exhausted since the hour. Akari just passes out. He's asleep. And he has Josh at the door. Just so no one unwelcome can come in.
You do so, and as you continue to try to talk to Akari, Arhiho, you hear the responses eventually stop.
I'm getting smashed. Arhijo is gonna drink into the night. We haven't been in a town in a while, and at this point, he's just like, "Fuck it, I've been killed. multiple times. I came back now. He dragged me back. Motherfucker didn't even give us our wishes. My wife is in jail. Probably not going to get back. She couldn't stop herself from killing people. Oro is probably in trouble. I probably sent people out to get him captured because I let them know that there might not be a camp on the outer skirts of town. We're supposed to be the good guys. This shit is fucked. Yep. Bring me another pint. Or our Hijo is getting smashed.
All right. You spend the next couple of hours getting drunk and just enjoying yourself. You hear as like a local bard comes in and plays some jaunty fun music. There's a little bit of singing and dancing, and it's overall a very, very nice evening leading into the night. As you do that, and Akari, you settle up for bed. Back at the pirates' camp. Beat. You were leading Oro back to your sleeping arrangements. And you eventually make your way over to a wagon. And you see that it leads up into a sleeping hold. You can see how wooden planks have been lined to create a rooftop over, and there is a door. You lead Oro up to the entrance. Take it away.
So by this time, I'm assuming that we have since stopped holding hands, and I gesture him, towards the entrance of my wagon. After you, monsieur.
Go in. Oh, okay. And I'm going to go ahead and go in.
You open the door and you push it in. As you step inside, you can see little small lanterns flicker to life with magic, as if sensing a presence. Step inside. Beat, would you care to describe what the inside of your wagon looks like?
On the very far end of the wall, there is what seems to be a double bed. There are several paintings of very beautiful women lining the walls. One of an unidentified gentleman that seems to be quite old, and then one of Beat with an older woman. There is a small desk opposite to the bed, and then besides the desk is a small two-top table with chairs on either side, and one small bookshelf containing several boxes. And a nice, fluffy red carpet on the floor. But other than that, relatively bare.
Is it shag?
It is indeed shag.
Well, where is this game of wits
baby.
you were promising me?
He gestures at the table. Please sit down. I have several options. And he goes to the bookshelf and pulls out several... I have several games. And he pulls out a couple of boxes. There's like... War, and a game of Tetris, and a game of Connect 4, a game of chess. There's like chutes and ladders, and he arranges them all and holds his hand together and goes, "Please pick one."
What is this one? And I'm going to gesture to the Tetris.
Oh, see, this is an incredible game. Each player puts down one piece, and the person that puts down a piece, if it completes a line, you have to take all the pieces on that line, and the line goes to the person that completed the line, and those are your points. And so on and so forth until we're out of pieces. And the first one, or the first person that reaches the top and can't complete a line, they lose the game.
Sounds ravishing. Let's try it.
So we sit down. I pull a couple of the lanterns closer so we can see everything that we're doing. Sorry for the performance. I mean, if you're not interested, I definitely am not going to hold you to any kind of contract. But it is nice to get away from these pirates. They don't believe in soap, you know? So most of everything is a performance, but I would never treat you in any kind of untoward way. So thank you for trusting me.
Of course. You know, that has been something that my brother and I have been working on quite diligently. He says I need to trust more. And so I'm trying just that.
Well, sir, I would advise you not to trust so easily. You do understand I was insinuating recreational sexual acts?
Oh my goodness! And I'm going to, like, aghast look at you and, no, I did not! I was not aware of that at all.
Well, luckily for you, I don't fully try to hold out the plans unless the people that I want to pursue are beautiful, which clearly you are not. So I just enjoy your I would just enjoy your companionship.
So that sounded like a compliment at first, and then you very quickly turned it into a backhanded compliment. But the very fact that you thought of me at all is quite a compliment in and of itself. So, I mean, you did think of me in such fashion.
Yes. As a minstrel of the arts, I'm always looking for new stories. So tell me of your adventures. Maybe I can create a new sitcom or stand up for it for my next trial on the stage. And he reaches out his arm dramatically.
You wish for a story.
But of course.
Well then, my newfound friend, please sit. Allow me to regale you. And I take a chair and I lean back in it, fold one ankle over the other, my flame flickering just enough to cast dramatic shadow across my face. I give you a long, measured look and then smile. Very well. I rest my elbow on my knee, my voice lowering just slightly. Not loud, just enough to make you want to lean in.
And as he does.
Once in a city built entirely of stone and pride, there lived a fire genasi who worked in the shadows of guild halls far taller than he was. I gesture vaguely upward. He swept floors, polished brass, listened when no one thought he was listening. A small flicker of flame begins to dance between my fingers. And one day he overheard a conversation about power, about harnessing something hidden, something ancient. And I let the flame snap and vanish. and he trusted the wrong mentor. Turns out, when someone asks you to channel mysterious energy into a device with too many teeth, you should ask follow-up questions. You watch as I shrug slightly. The mentor used him, fed off the fire in his blood, then slaughtered an entire hall of nobles and blamed it on the boy with the glowing eyes. And I meet your gaze steadily. I ran that night, through alleys that smelled like rust and rain, past statues of people who would have condemned me without trial. And I learned something important. Never walk into a room where someone else controls the exits.
Beat Gregoriously laughs. Then why did you walk into my room, you fool?
Well, when a strong gentleman pirate invites me into his cabin,
Huh, well,
we all look for stories, don't we?
we do. That we do. And I do have to ask you very graciously, it is against the town ordinance to light fires inside of a wooden construct. Can you please keep that to yourself? I do have to follow
yes.
the letter of the law.
My deepest
thank you.
apologies. Yes.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, please. I don't appreciate that very much. I'm going to get a fine.
Damn tax collectors.
I swear at least half of my gold goes to these fines of running around with these renegade pirates. It is absolutely ridiculous. However, I do feel for your story. I mean, I found myself a runaway after my father died, saving a large town from a fire. He was a hero, but what does the title of hero give you anything if you don't follow the rules?
Yes, that's very true. Please, say more. And I lean in.
Beat goes, well, and he puts his fingers to his face, and it seems like they're almost half an inch too long per knuckle as he wraps it around his face. He goes, well, let me show you. And he starts picking up pictures, and he's like, this is my ex-girlfriend, Arjana. This is my other ex-girlfriend, Kip. This is my mother. I had to leave home to pay for her. This is my father, the one that died. And well, if I don't stand on comedy or performance, I lose my mind a little bit. So now, after no longer touching any kind of intoxicating substances and following the law to the letter, I live a much happier life. I no longer have to make my own rules when I follow the rules of the land. And he smiles very widely. And he's just showing him these like photos or these portraits of these women that he's dated.
You hear as some of the wind blows, and you hear the latch on the wooden door clang down, setting in as the door had not completely come to a close yet. You hear the cheers and the laughter of the pirates outside. Continue.
What brought you here? How did you come across such a gregarious band of merry gentlemen?
Well, that is a very interesting question. Well, I could no longer support my mother. And I got tired of these trysts with these gorgeous, beautiful women. And I felt like I needed to strike out on my own. Lady Ivy brought me in. And so far, I've found myself performing with the Tetra Pirates. And we travel up and down with Lineback the Coward and have a wonderful time, make gold. They drink mead. I drink purified water, and he'll walk over and go to a carafe of purified boiled water. Would you like a drink, sir?
I would. And might I say, you look dashing in each of these photos. However, I'm noticing a common trend as I'm flipping more through the photos of all your ex-girlfriends. There seems to be common traits here found among them. And now, I am no relationship scholar, especially with the concept of your mother brought into this. I only studied the 72 phases in theory of marriage, but when multiple former companions exit stage left, it may not be fate, my friend. And I lean back slightly. Also, I say this with deep respect. Bringing out portraits of former loves is rarely the persuasive move you think it is.
Well, you've already advised me that you're not interested in any kind of fornication. And as a devoted member of the law, I would never push your consent. Therefore, we play our games, we have conversations, and we make friends. I really don't want to break my probation again.
Probation? Please do tell of this probation.
I prefer not to elaborate, other than there is a reason that I no longer dabble in intoxicating substances. And I do believe I will leave it at that. And he smiles and shrugs, his chest glistening in the lantern light. Although I will say, humans, people, entities, humanoids, creatures, they are all shaped in the creation of their maker, and gender doesn't abide too much, so I don't really care. But, yes, all I seek is beauty. And he kind of puts both hands to the side of his face and looks up to the side of his wagon.
Beauty, you say? What is the most beautiful thing you are searching for?
He'll kind of lean forward, set his forehead on the table, and laugh. Dead ass.
Meanwhile, Dee Dee, you're sitting outside. Are you doing anything?
Yeah, who is outside around me right now?
You see a number of the pirates hanging out. You see that the blonde has finished consoling Lineback, and now, instead of pouting in a fetal position, he's at least kind of joined the festivities as everyone just kind of like shuffles around. They're just making merry.
I would like to make small talk with Lineback if I can approach him.
Yeah. As you go to approach Linebeck, you watch as the blonde comes kind of skipping back towards you. And she says, "Oh, if he sounds like he's crying, it's because he is." And she laughs. As she continues along and she goes and joins everyone else. And you're able to approach Captain Linebeck.
Okay. I couldn't help but notice that you seemed to be in a little bit of a slump, so she's going to hold out her partially drunken mug of mead and offer him some.
He's like sniffling and he's like wiping tears away. He says, "They're just so mean. He changed my lyrics mid-performance."
Oh, that sounds so sad. Here, have a drink. Let's go have some fun, yeah? It's a festival.
A festival of hooligans. And he swipes the mug from you and chugs it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead. We can get some more. And she's going to, as he's drinking it, take him by the arm and try to walk him into the festival.
You watch as you offer your arm up. You watch as he kind of gets a little smile again as he kind of goes, he wipes his tears away, and then he kind of puts back on the facade of being a big, brave, strong boy as he reaches over and he will lead you over to the drinks and whatnot.
All right. I'm going to let him drag me along.
After like probably 5 minutes, Linebeck has gone through like 3 mugs of mead at this point. He is just pounding them back in his sorrows as he begins venting to you about how mean everyone is to him and how they make fun of him for being afraid, but he's actually super brave. And this goes on for 30 minutes.
Didi will silently nod along and listen to every single word that he has to say.
Back in the wagon. Oro, you just heard a joke about dead ass.
About that ass.
Oh, Oro said BRB.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, Didi.
Yes.
As Linebeck rants and raves about all of his what can only be described as first world problems in very toddler-like fashion. He eventually comes to an end as he kind of starts to get a little quiet as he begins talking about his ex-wife.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Definitely where you exit the fucking party. It's not where I parked my car, bro.
I would like to hear more about his ex-wife.
All right, he kind of gets quiet as he says, and everything just started going so poorly after I lost my ex-wife.
After you lost her, how'd you lose her?
Oh, Jolene!
Oh no!
Shouldn't have taken her man.
Oh, they're there. And she's gonna start to awkwardly rub his back.
He is just like full on tears, just having a complete breakdown.
No.
A drunken breakdown.
Oh no. Dee Dee not knowing this here and seeing how he was so cheerful and happy after he was drinking is going to pour him another cup and try and offer it to him. Here, it's okay. Have another drink. It's okay. Here.
Oh man!
You watch as he like stops for a second. He kind of how would one say the way that Jello moves when you give it a flip? As he like settles, and you watch as he stares down at the mug, and you watch as one eye closes after the other, and he goes, "You're right. You only left me," as he pounds the meat back. As you give the drunk more alcohol.
Yeah, see, feel better? There you go. No more tears.
He's passed out in the dirt.
Oh.
I was gonna say, yeah, he'll feel a whole lot better once he's passed out in the sleep.
That's for the best.
Oh, no. And Dee Dee's trying to tap his face awake, and then she's gonna try and pull him, try and get him to sleep somewhere that's not face down in the dirt.
As you start doing so, you watch as you've kind of been like listening in, you gathered that this one's name is Senza. As Senza kind of primarily walks around and passes out the flagons of mead to their compatriots as they sing about and just mingle and have a fantastic time. As he comes over and says, "Oh, don't worry about him, darling. He'll be fine in the morning. You can just let him sleep anyway."
You won't catch a cold.
Trust me, not even a cold can kill that man.
Well, if you say so. And she'll back off, and she's going to pour herself another glass or a cup of mead.
You do so, and you watch as Senza kind of goes over and takes the props off of Linebeck because, no, it's theater property. As he's left in a white shirt and white shorts. You can see that he appears to have little Purple Heart boxers on as he sleeps face down in the dirt.
Oh, how beautiful.
And you go get yourself another mug of mead. Welcome back, Oro. Meanwhile, back in the wagon. Beat. You just dropped a dead-ass joke on Oro.
I'm laughing at myself. I put one hand on my chest and just kind of stifle my giggles and look to him straight in the eyes with a very unsettling visage to see if he finds it as funny as I do.
I do, and I begin laughing along with you.
At the laughter, his shoulders relax a little bit. Well, have you drunk any of the mead?
Have.
Huh, there's more out there if you do prefer. And if you'd like, I can escort you to the visitors' sleeping chambers. Or, if you do prefer, I have a much more comfortable bed here. I'll even create a pillow wall. But I am ready for bed.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah. What are you trying to glean? And roll an insight.
I'm trying to glean the nature of that invitation. Oh, DM, please, can I have?
You requested it. The DM for the scene is Beat.
Well, Beat.
I mean,
What does an 11 give Oro?
Or
Or
a
do
nat
you
20.
give him advantage?
I mean, he can have advantage. We've been sitting here talking for a good portion of the night.
Okay.
Thank you.
There is nothing untoward in this invitation. It's very sincere. Beat has spent the last however many months with these pirates. He is used to sharing accommodations.
There's a moment of hesitation after you say that. And there's a look like I am weighing the very thought of it.
And please, drink as much water as you would like. I have my own casks, as I do not partake. Plus, I am strictly prohibited by law to imbibe alcohol.
That must have been some serious thing you've done. I look forward, my friend, and I squint my eyes, my head tilted a little bit, to hearing the fullness of that story. Though I assume I will have to gain your trust a little more for something that deep.
No, not really. I just had a really serious problem with huffing illusionary powder. That's it.
I run my hand through my hair. Perhaps another night.
Would you like me to escort you back to the visitors' sleeping area?
Am I going to get a dagger stabbed in my back if not?
Beat pats himself down across his naked chest in his skin-tight leggings. Where would it be? I can strip myself down if you'd like. I have no problems going bare among my men.
I mean more so by your men.
Oh, no, absolutely not. You are here as guests.
I bow at that. Not all the way.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Okay, so he's going to lean down again to look you in the eye and go, I promise no harm will come to you within this group. Face dead set.
Okay. I will choose to trust you. Though we've only just met.
Beat smiles. Again, it's from like ear to ear. Like Arm and Hammer to Arm and Hammer. completely splitting his face. Goes, all right, let me take you to camp. And offers his hand again.
And if I were, for whatever reason, to look for you later, where would I find you?
He looks extremely confused. He puts a hand to the side of his temple. What are you talking about? I just brought you to my living quarters. You can find me here. Or in camp, or on stage.
Well then, I shall look here first. Just wanted to make sure.
His eyebrows are knit together in confusion.
I don't know, maybe the thought weighs on me a little differently.
You could also ask anybody in the troop. Oh, but please do stay away from Linebeck. He's getting real tired of me making fun of him. Especially after I stole his last girlfriend.
Well, you said Beat was your name?
Yes. He stands up to his full height, puts his hand on his chest, and goes, my name, good gentleman, is Beat Rajnikov.
Rajnikov. And
B-E-E-T.
E-E-T.
And he puts his hand out hesitantly. May I put my hand on your shoulder, sir?
Yes.
He puts his hand on his shoulder and goes, I am greatly interested in learning about you and your troop.
There are 3 more back in the village.
Well, thank you greatly for that invitation, and he smiles again. Or greatly for that information and smiles again. Please, allow me to lead you. And he slides his hand like close to the nape of your neck and starts to lead you out the door.
You are most welcome. By the way, did I give you my full name?
Kind stranger, I don't believe I ever got any part of your name.
Well, after that, I am Orinarius. Very nice to meet you.
Orinarius? You some fancy lord from some fancy town with some fancy parents?
Well, yes, my full name is Orinarius Ignivar Zusatir, ember-blooded scion of no known house, last apprentice of Bizithuth Malcontract, breaker of chains I did not mean to sign, survivor of the Guildhall massacre, negotiator of apocalypses, reluctant hinge of existential collapse, professor of perfectly proportioned calves, aerodynamic, might I say, scholar of the 72 phases of courtship, licensed amateur of catastrophe, and occasional hero when circumstances demand it.
Beat goes down into a squat and goes, a perfectly proportioned cast. Are you upset about the chicken leg thing?
Not upset, but might I add, they are very aerodynamic. But that is besides the point. You may call me Oro.
Beat looks around. All right.
I am proportioned very well.
If I were you, I would just stick to Oro. The rest of that is, that makes you unlikable.
Oh, does it?
Yes. All right, let's get you to bed. You drank enough water?
I did, thank you.
Okay. And Beat will escort him to wherever the visitors sleep.
I turn around halfway and I say, I thought I was sleeping in here, amongst the pillow wall.
He throws his hands up akimbo. I thought you said no. All right. I will sleep against the wall. I'll make the pillow bed. You can sleep on the outside so you can escape if you need to.
All right. I look forward to it. Not escaping, I mean.
Beat turns off all the lights. Lays down.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
Are you asleep?
No, not yet. What can I do? Do you need some more water?
I don't know.
I have some snacks on the table next to you.
Oh, thank you.
Do you need some pajamas? I've got some robes in the wardrobe.
That would be fantastic. Although I usually sleep in the nude, is that okay?
Beat like slides down, and as soon as Oro says that, he's like, "Yeah, that's fine. There's a pillow wall. That doesn't bother me."
You feel some shuffling. Go.
Your clothes are also kind of stinky. There's a wash basin right outside the door.
Thank you. Thank you for your hospitality.
You're very welcome, but you said, hey, is there anything that you needed? Why were you saying hey?
Oh, to see if you were asleep.
Oh, no. It's been like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. How did you get all of those girlfriends?
We can talk about that later. I got some secrets. Actually, I'm not even totally sure. They're usually quite famous, but that's a conversation for the morning.
Oh, okay.
Do you need a back rub while you fall asleep?
Yeah. That sounds very nice.
He reaches over the pillow wall and just starts going on Oro's back.
And as this goes on,
DM. We were just getting to the good part.
Black, perfectly timed.
The evening rolls on for sake of brevity. As the evening rolls on, Dee Dee, you are accompanied by all of the pirates. You actually get around to catching all of their names. As these are all. You have Nudge, Senza, Zuko, Gonzo, Tetra, who is the blonde woman, Nico, and Mako.
Aww.
And you get to and you learn about them. You learn that they are a traveling theater group. They put on performances for different festivals all around the lands of Hyrule. And they are currently in town and helping Captain Linebeck with a performance for the Carnival of Time that is coming up in 3 weeks. And this was the performance that they were working on. But because they had some additional guests this evening, they decided to turn it into a comedy show. And really pick on Linebeck because he deserves it. And your evening comes to an end, with Oro and Beat laying down, getting massage. Dee Dee, you are led to some sleeping quarters. And Tetra makes sure that you are comfortable and well taken care of for the evening, while Akari falls asleep in his room at the Stockpot Inn. And Arhiho, you spend the rest of your evening getting drunk at the bar, enjoying some karaoke, some dancing, and just all around good tavern drunk vibes. And you all enjoy a long rest.
Do I get like a +1 bonus anywhere, DM?
Unless
Because of the awesome back rub?
+1 in dexterity for working out all those knots.
Just kidding.
Roll a 20
But yeah.
on a performance check.
Meanwhile, G'day is sleeping on some cold rock floors, perfectly happy.
Right.
It cuts over and you just see the cell through the iron bars. And you just see G'day just like curled up like a puppy, just content sleeping with a bone in her mouth.
Yeah, they keep giving her fish heads like as a punishment, and she's like, "This is amazing."
But over time, the night once more brings way to dawn. As the sun begins to rise, back in town, the sunlight begins to peek through the windows of your rooms, Arhiho and Akari, as you both are roused, and you are able to come down and get breakfast if you wish. And yeah, what are you two doing?
Well,
Akari is actually unsure of what to do. He's gonna wait until someone contacts him on the sending stone, because he doesn't want to accidentally wake anybody up.
Arhiho. Okay, wait, let's see. Hold on a second. We're going to leave this up to some dice gods here, real quick.
Does Arhiho make it back to his room?
Right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Oof.
Oh, you got really drunk last night.
Yeah, the intention was to get drunk, and my intent was absolutely obliterated. I not super I made it to my bed, right? I made it to my bed, but I still have my boots on, right? I just plopped, and I'm probably still asleep, drool absolutely everywhere. I'm not awake yet. The sun is out. That doesn't matter. I was up later than everybody.
You kind of look over the side of the bed. You see a puke bucket beneath you. At some point during the night, you must have gotten up to get it.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Puke free since 202.
All right. As you two continue to sleep in and wait, back at the pirate camp, the sunlight begins to peer down through the veil that the branches of the forest trees provide. As the sunlight begins to seep through the cracks in the wood of the wagons for which you both had slept. Didi beat Oro. You hear the sounds of birds chirping as you find yourselves waking up. As you all kind of rouse, you hear some commotion and what sounds like cooking happening. And you begin to smell a number of aromas. You begin to smell like eggs and veggies, some bacon, as it appears they are making breakfast outside.
Oh.
Being used to this situation, Beat jumps up at the smell and kind of wiggles his way down towards the end of the bed as not to wake up Oro. He's still got his absolutely glamorous, glistening, skin-tight leather pants on. Just kind of wiggles out barefoot and quietly tiptoes out the door. Goes, ha ha! And then goes to the chef and goes, is this locally sourced produce and meat?
Come on, Beat, you know, we all went into the marketplace yesterday.
But were they legal installations? You know I can't eat anything that's outside of the king's purview.
Well, I would hope so. Otherwise, that entire fruits and vegetable stand is committing fraud.
Well, that's not necessarily out of the question, but all right. May I please have a plate?
But of course, and he serves you up a breakfast platter.
Do you have any fresh squeezed juice this morning?
Only the finest, and you watch as he pulls out a number of apples, and you watch as he begins to slice them up very professionally and very quickly as he puts them into a juicer, and you watch as he compresses it down, and you watch as the fresh apple juice comes out. You see as the apple juice kind of rolls down a tube and then goes over like this piece of ice, getting it to a perfect chill as it pours down into a glass cup. Here you go, buddy. And he passes you a glass of fresh chilled squeezed apple juice.
Beat reaches out and grabs it and gives a little bit of a bow in appreciation. Thank you very much. You are...
One sec. He reaches over and he puts a little umbrella in it.
You really do know just how to steal my heart. And
Only
he
the
takes
finest.
and goes and sits down by himself at a table.
Oro, Didi, which one of you rouses next?
Yeah, morning light begins to spill softly, and I hear the birds chatter, and then the smell of the cooking hits my nostrils, and I stretch, and then I open my eyes, rub them as I slowly wake up, and I just listen, and then I blink once, squinting at the unfamiliar ceiling, and then I become very aware that I'm not in my usual camp role, and I shift slightly, soft linens, a real mattress, faint scent of wood polish, and I exhale. Well, this is significantly better than being buried alive. And I roll onto my back, staring at the light streaming across the room. And I did not get stabbed, I did not get arrested, though I'm sure the guards are still looking for me. I am very terrified of, on behalf of Lady G'day, did not get set on fire by accident, limbs intact, aerodynamic, and I turn my head slightly, and the morning is gentle. I stretch carefully.
Your hand brushes the pillow wall.
Oh, and I look over it very hesitantly, no beat, and I go, okay, well, up and at 'em it is. And I get up and I begin to put on my clothing, and I sniff them, and I go, oh,
by the gods, they really do stink. I got used to my own stench. And I begin to rummage through Beat's room. DM, can I roll an investigation check?
Sure. And then Beat, based on what Oro rolled. So based on a 16, what does Oro
Please
find?
stop.
There is actually an extensible collection of bar soaps in one of the drawers. You notice that actually the entire library is full of books on bardic inspiration and board games. There is the side table with a bowl of fruit that are all fresh, a barrel that looks like a honey hive with a little spigot on the bottom that's full of boiled and purified water. There is a book on the law of the lands and some paperwork from a probation officer. And other than that, not a whole lot.
What does the paperwork say from the probation officer?
Congratulations, you have completed your program. Although you must adhere to all and any laws of the land, stay away from any intoxicating substances, and you must remain employed and have a place to live.
Oh my goodness. I note that. I grab some of the fruit and begin eating it. And do I find a robe?
Yes, there are several very comfy robes hung up in a small wardrobe. There is one that is red and made out of what could be considered a flannel type material. There's one that is very slim fitting and white, made of a very airy linen. And then one that is brown and fluffy and made out of what seems to be maybe animal fur that has been spun into a type of thread.
Oh dear gods, no, not this one. And I briefly glance at the red one, and then I grab the slim fitting one and I try it on. And is there like a mirror anywhere that I can look at myself?
He does not have any mirrors.
Okay. Well, I kind of look down and I look behind and I look around and I'm like, oh, by the gods, I really do need to work on my legs. Well, that will come another day. Well, I mean, I could start now, but my stomach growls. I am hungry, and I haven't died. So, exercise for later. And I'm going to pick up my clothes, and then I'm going to look around again and... Okay, where is that washroom that Beat was speaking of? I may keep this robe. I look rather dashing in it. And I'm gonna go out the door and look for the washroom to wash my clothes.
It's not a washroom. There's a bucket outside with one of those zigzaggy wash plates. Go sugar, sugar, sugar.
Yes. The washboard?
Yes, a washboard, and then beyond that, right next to it is a bar of soap and a wash rag, so you can use the same water for both your clothes and your body. We are pirates, after all.
That's true. So I step out, and having come from the extravagant halls of Ravnica, I'm expecting something a little bit more extravagant, and I stumble upon the washboard and the bucket and the soap, and I go, how very menial. Well, okay. And I glance at the water. How grimy is the water?
Beat makes sure that his wash water is clean every single day.
Fantastic. And I begin to scrub the soap on the washboard, and I dunk my clothes in the water, and then I begin to scrub the soap on my clothes, and I begin to scrub my clothes on the washboard. And as I'm grimacing at this this task, this exertion of physical nature, I begin to wash my clothes, and I spend about 10 minutes doing so.
As you begin washing your clothes, Oro, Didi, you feel yourself beginning to rouse from your slumber. As you open your eyes, you see that they appear to have got you situated in a wagon as well. It is completely covered, and you can see that you are in there by yourself. But you have been placed in a very comfy looking bedding. You had a very fantastic evening and a very good rest.
As she is recognizing all of these things, she's going to sit up, stretch, and take a peek outside of the cabin and see what do I see outside of the wagon.
As you pop open the door to the wagon, you are immediately greeted to the scene of all of the crew members kind of hustling about camp, preparing food, and you can see that some of them are kind of practicing rehearsals and different choreography. You can see that Linebeck is still passed out in the dirt. And you can see the back of a denim jacket as you see the blonde hair woman known as Tetra standing outside your cabin. Well, good morning. Did you sleep well?
Very well, actually. Some of the best sleep I've had recently.
I'm glad you could have a good evening. And I have to say you are quite the riot last night.
I was? Me?
Oh, yes, you don't remember?
No, I can't say I do. What happened?
Oh, well, you see, after your 7th round of mead, you hear a bell dinging as you hear the voice call out, "Breakfast is ready." As she turns to you, smiles, pats you on the shoulder, and says, "Let's get some before before the men get in there and take all the good stuff."
Wait, you can't just leave
And
it
she
like
starts
that.
running.
I'm gonna run after her. Need an explanation! Didi shouts as she is following Tetra in a light jog.
The Ornariat. Sounds that have working fire. Banded very essence of scruffing stains out of it. Ora, would you like to roleplay this out? What does the scene look like as you say
I didn't want to take Didi. I was
No, please.
okay. As I'm so I'm getting more and more, because I don't like water. I'm getting more and more furious as I'm washing my own clothes, and I don't like any physical activity. And I'm like, so I wring the fabric with theatrical fury, water splattering the floor. And does anyone care? Does anyone think? As I'm like, washing my clothes on the washboard. Oh,
Pete, give me a perception check. Sorry, continue, Oro.
No, you're good. You're good. Does anyone care? Does anyone think, oh, I wonder where Ornarius is this fine morning? Perhaps I should check if he is alive or murdered or swept away, by a dashing musical pirate. No, not a whisper, not a knock, not even a dee. I slapped the wet cloth against the washboard. I could have been in danger, Dee Dee. I spent the night in a stranger's room, Dee Dee. A pirate's room, Dee Dee. Beat could have been... Well, Beat was perfectly charming, actually, and has a rather lovely singing voice, but that's not the point. I hold up a dripping sleeve, inspecting it with a curled lip. The point is, Dee Dee... The point is Akari. The point is Arhiho. The point is good day. That I could have vanished into the night, and Dee Dee would not have so much as blinked, would not have lifted a single finger to inquire after my well-being. I am a delight to be around, Dee Dee. I who bring warmth, literal warmth, to every room I grace with my presence. I dunk another garment in aggressively. Meanwhile, I'm here washing my own clothes because someone got a little too enthusiastic with the rum. Beat kept pouring. Well, not really. It was me pouring. And someone may have spilled it absolutely everywhere. And that is also not the point. Would it have killed her to knock? No. But does she? No. Because she doesn't give a flying... Does Dee Dee hear me? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Good day.
I was going to say, at this point, Beat has finished his breakfast and is carrying a plate with another fresh squeezed glass of apple juice to Oro because I haven't seen him come down for breakfast.
Oh, no. And you stumble into the middle of that rant.
Yeah, he's standing there like maybe 10 feet away, just listening, just holding a plate and a glass of orange juice. Well, a horn cup of apple juice. And he's just standing there very curiously.
It wouldn't have killed her to knock. Do I... Like, there's a moment where I go quiet and I'm just very, very angrily rubbing my own clothes on the washboard. And then I stop. But no one ever concerns themselves with Ornarius, do they? And then I look over, now suddenly aware of a presence near me. And you see utter embarrassment and shock on my face.
You can see that even though the breakfast plate is easily the size of a dinner plate, his fingertips slightly curl around the edges, and he's holding the glass and his fingers overlap, and he said, "Well, I didn't see you come down, so I thought I would bring breakfast to you. Are you doing okay?"
This is not. I was merely I was reflecting aloud as intellectuals do. You were not supposed to hear. How long have you been standing there?
Approximately 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes. Did you hear the part where I said that you had a very beautiful singing voice? It was a factual observation. I am a scholar. I observe facts.
Do you want me to or not to have heard that part?
I do want you to.
Well, then, yes, I did hear that. May I set your breakfast on the table? May I walk past you first and then set your breakfast on the table? Good, sir? His eyes are knit in confusion.
Beat. I set my clothes down and I stand up. I hold my head high. I straighten the robe out and I tighten it around my torso ever slightly. Beat. I need to. And you see soap suds still clinging to my forearms. I press a wet hand to my chest. With the gravity of a man delivering a battlefield confession. I owe you an apology. A grand one. You opened your room to me, a stranger. You shared your bed. You were a magnificent host. So stupendous, majestic even. And here I am, standing in your quarters, using your robe, complaining about someone who isn't even here, while insulting your hospitality by implication. I, Ornarius, I drop to one knee. Wielder of flame, scholar of the arcane, and admittedly terrible guest, humbly ask for your forgiveness. I look up and you see my golden eyes shimmering with genuine remorse. Your robe.
Beat's gonna lean down. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah, Beat's gonna lean down and look into your eyes and go, "Man, you're being kind of weird. Just take the breakfast." I mean, I was being generous last night when you asked to sleep naked in my bed, and I get that. I've been traveling around with a band of musical pirates, so that's understandable. But come on, just eat your food. I know you didn't drink too much last night, so why don't you just eat, and then we'll go get you back with your comrades, okay?
My head drops. I stand up.
There are some meetings if you need to go to them.
I look at you, smile, and I go, in my defense, I'm always like this. But yes. Thank you. What did you bring?
There is an apple, a fresh apple that has been cut into eighths with the core very carefully removed, as well as the peel. There is a mandarin orange that has been also very deliberately peeled. The slices are arranged neatly. There are 2 slices of bacon, 2 eggs, and a row of vegetables. I think you said mushrooms. So a row of mushrooms making a little egg smile. And the apple juice is so fresh, it still has the foam on the top.
Oh my goodness. Magnificent.
Beat is starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable with this situation.
Yes, well, thank you. I will gladly take it. Where can I hang my clothes to dry?
Beat points to a clothes wire that's going from the side of his wagon to another wagon that already has the wooden clips on it.
Ah, yes. Fantastic. I go over, I put my clothes up, I come back, and I sit down, and I pat a space next to me. Come, sit. What are you doing today, my friend?
Beat considers for a minute, and then, with exceptionally long legs, ascends the staircase to sit next to him, and goes, I'm not entirely sure. Every day is an essence of freedom. We do whatever we want. Every day we want. That's why we're pets.
Fantastic. Have you heard of the Seven Sages?
No.
Well, you are in the presence of one of the greatest.
Is that like a comedy group? Because I do find y'all quite amusing.
I suppose so. No, we are adventurers. And we go from place to place and we rescue people.
Where do you go? And then Beat would like to cast hallucinatory terrain.
I believe that spell takes a while to cast.
10 minutes. I'm assuming that he begins to cast it during this conversation.
Yeah, if you'd like.
Okay. And it just as flavor, he kind of points his hand out. Where have you been? And then there's like a desert. And then some trees.
All over.
And then the song from Aladdin comes on. A whole new world.
What is most important is right now, my friend, the one I came here with, and I need to get back to our friends, back in Clock Town. And we have to save someone who is very dear to us.
Clocktown? Are you kidding? Clocktown? You want to try to save someone from Clocktown? Are they already in the prison?
Yes, they are. Wrongfully so, might I add. She is a very
Oh, let me see. You ragtag bunch. You got a moth girl, and you said you have 3 other people? What kind of other people?
Well, I have a brother. His name is Arhiho. He is one of the 7 sages. I taught him everything he knows.
May I cast or may I roll perception?
Insight that motherfucker.
Insight or perception? I don't know.
It would be insight.
In fact, in our relationship, I'm like,
no.
Beef? Right? What is insight? Beef? What is this? Why does it say that?
Beat Ragnikov.
Oh, okay. That said beef. But I guess beat isn't much better.
In fact, in our relationship, in our friendship, I am like the father to him being my son. Or I'm a mother. I'm not sure which. But anyway, I digress. I have taught him everything he knows. He is under my tutelage. And we, along with the moth girl and a very rocky companion named Akari, a gemstone dragon, we have to save our friend G'day. She has been wrongfully accused of murder.
Oh, yeah, I've seen your posters all over town.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, also, hey, I actually knew that shopkeeper. I mean, he was a little bit weird with the kids and the bird and all, but he was actually a really nice guy. So,
Let me tell you something. That shopkeeper tried to kill us. It was entirely by defense.
well, he didn't win, did he? So, I don't know. Again, I am with the law on this, and cannot, I cannot allow myself to help you to try to break her out. She is rightfully within the jaws of the laws of the institution, and until she is either acquitted or tried, that's all it can be.
Really? You are sure that the law is that infallible, my friend?
Yes, I do.
Beat, my friend, hear me out. Hear me out. You are a pirate. Do you have a ship?
Me? No, I don't have a ship. You already met Captain Lineback.
Well,
That's his ship.
Okay. So you have access to a ship. You know the waters?
I do have access to a ship. And pirates actually serve a very important institution within the land. And we are working within the laws of the land as well. We actually, as a troupe of actors and theater people, we do not create any vandalism. We do not steal. We merely are a band of people that float along on a ship and occasionally give people a show. There are no laws to break, and I follow every single rule that Captain Linebeck has to say, except for his rule that he says not to make fun of him, but that's not an official law.
Have you ever hoisted the mainstay? Or ever swabbed the poop deck?
Well, no.
Well, okay, so our Hiho and I are chasing something very important. The sages are incredibly important to the law of the land and the lay of the land beat. And G'day is one of us. And yes, you may have seen the posters, but have you seen us? Look at me. You see me standing right in front of you. Do I look like I could kill anything? Ario.
Listen, Tetris me this. Did she actually kill the shopkeeper?
No.
No?
No.
I'm pretty sure that they recovered an arrow that had GS scribed into the side of it.
Yes, but that could be any GS.
Did she kill the bird?
No, that was
Did
Dee
she
Dee.
scare those children?
No, that also was Dee Dee. The bird killed itself.
If that is true, then I want you to listen to me carefully.
Yes.
If that is true, then I would have to detain your friend and take her to the jail and replace her with the one that is wrongfully accused. So I need the truth.
Okay, I have something to ask of you.
I have no promises to give you.
Would you, until we solve this case and until we clear Gooday's name, I think I have authority in my group to ask you, because I am the father to all of them, Akari included. He looks up to me. In fact, I'm his best friend. I think I'm his only friend. But I digress. Would you come and help us clear her name? If you are truly a lover of truth and justice.
Considering the eyewitnesses to burning down buildings, theft.
That was Farquaad. That was not Lady G'day.
I don't think I can give you my word, good sir. I must follow the laws of the land. I can't help you in this endeavor, although I will come with you.
Well, then it's settled. We move out at dawn. What time is it?
It's like 11 a.m.
So it's already past dawn.
Well, sorry, no, not 11 a.m. because it's probably more like 10.
So it's still past dawn.
Well, I gotta set the. Anyways.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. When would you be able to clear out of here?
Beat goes to Oro. Is there anybody else from your camaraderie that I can speak to that maybe has a more coherent argument?
Yes. I would say Arhijo. He would back up every claim.
And not to be obtuse, but you really do need to cut down on your words. You say much and mean so little. It's almost very funny.
Why, thank you. That is a very high compliment. All right, you wish to meet him now? Do you wish to meet Arhijo now?
Beat holds out his hand.
All right, come, and I grab your hand. Oh, we're gonna need Didi for this. But don't ask her about anything. She's very,
Oh, so not the naked sleepover?
Well, I thought that was just between very good friends. But, I mean so that I don't think she's, and I point to my head, you know, a few spark plugs of the Ravnica meter, if you know what I mean.
He shakes his head. I don't, but let's go.
Oh, okay.
As this conversation is happening, Didi, you chase after Tetra as she heads over to Chef Sunza. As she begins talking with them, and she occasionally kind of nudges you and says, "What are you into? Are you into this? Are you into this?" And she gives you a list of options. As you two get fresh breakfast, you see that she has grabbed a bunch of eggs, some sausages, some bacon, and a piece of ham. She's got a piece of bread, some fresh orange juice. You can grab whatever you would like as she begins to head over to the crew and sits down at the table with them.
Dee Dee's going to grab some of the bread, the pastries, and vegetarian options, and then she's going to follow Tetra to the table and gesture to the spot next to her and ask, can I sit here?
Well, of course you can. Take a seat.
And Dee Dee will sit next to her and begin to snack, like pick up the piece of bread, rip it, and eat little bits of it before casually asking, so, are you gonna finish telling me what happened last night?
Well, what about? You remember everything that happened, don't you?
No, I don't, actually. We got interrupted by the bell, and you ran off.
Oh, there was no bell last night.
The bell this morning.
Yes, but you're talking about last night. You remember everything that has happened last night, do you not?
I do not, no.
Oh. Did the mead really get to you?
You said I had 7 drinks. Of course it got to me.
Dee Dee, give me a wisdom check.
Oh, okay. 14, DM.
You think back to the evening prior as she continues to say, you remember what happened, right? And you remember her saying that you had 7. You think back to the night prior. You probably only had like 3 or 4.
Oh.
She's exaggerating.
Okay. That's good to know. As that realization comes, I'm gonna look at the bread in my hands and hum and go, so what really happened last night that you said was so crazy?
Oh, you don't remember the thing that Mako did?
What did Mako do?
You watch as she kind of snaps her finger towards the little mole-looking kid as she goes, "Hey, Mako, do the thing that you did the other night." As you hear the table kind of start to giggle and laugh as you watch as he turns his head. And as he turns back around, he appears to have wedged 2 chopsticks up each nostril and down into his bottom lip. As he makes a comedic face. And you hear the entire group erupt in laughter.
Dee Dee will laugh and then turn back to her food, continue eating. You guys really do just laugh together. Is that all?
Well, we do a lot more than that. Laughter is just part of the process. It honestly keeps the crew happy. They get to do what they love and enjoy the freedom with no chains holding them down. Plus, it gets under Linebeck's skin, so.
was just about to ask. It doesn't seem like he's too happy.
She looks over. He's still passed out in the dirt.
Oh.
Oh, he'll be fine. He always bounces back.
Are you sure he shouldn't be somewhere warmer?
You watch as she looks down the table and looks at the guy, the younger man with the glasses. And she kind of sighs and waves at him as he looks over, and you watch as he reaches under the table, pulls out a blanket, walks it over, and lays it on Linebeck. And then returns to his food. That's her.
That's a little better, yes. Have you seen my friend?
Oh, well, last I saw, he was heading off to Beat's cabin.
And where will I find that? I should probably bring him breakfast.
Right over there. And she points off into the distance, where you see Beat and Oro having a conversation.
They're still outside, okay. I'm going to get up, pat Tetra on the back, and thank her before walking off and grabbing a plate and filling it with a bunch of food.
As you get up and begin to head over there, she says, "Oh, can you pass a message to Beat for me? Tell him he's got the day off. We don't need him for rehearsals."
All right, thank you. And I'm going to load up a plate and walk it over to Oro.
All right, and Oro, Beat, as your conversation kind of comes to a header, you hear the footsteps and look over as Dee Dee approaches with a plate of food.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, no, actually, just the one that we were looking for. Beat, I look at you. This is Dee Dee, whom I was speaking about. Dee Dee, dear friend, companion, confidant. This is Beat. In fact, we were just speaking, and we were needing to get a hold of our Hiho. Would you be able to do that, Dee Dee?
Yeah, I should be able to. By the way, Beat, Tetra wanted me to pass along, a message. Apparently you are not needed at rehearsal tonight. Or today.
That bitch! She's trying to cut me out of my main headliners. She's always trying to do that. All right, well, rules are rules, and what the captain says goes. He sighs very dejectedly.
Beat, actually, may I? And please forgive me. Are you open to a suggestion?
Well, depends on what the suggestion is.
Well, this is actually very providential. We need your help. And if you were tied down here, then you would not be able to help us. But now that you have been freed of prior responsibilities, you are able to join us on our rescue mission.
He strokes his chin. This is one of your cohorts?
Yes, Dee
Dee Dee. He rolls the word around in his mouth as if it seems very foreign. Dee. You know this, G'day.
I do.
Did she kill the shopkeep?
Dee, might I remind you, you are under oath, and I want to explain that I was explaining to our friend Beat here that she is utterly and unequivocally innocent.
No, she did not kill the shopkeep.
She really, even though there was an arrow with the initials GS carved into the side of the arrow.
Did you slam your hand down on the table?
Yes.
Tell me that happened in game 2.
Of course.
That totally could have not been her arrow. GS can stand for anything, like got slimed.
Or like, George Staples.
The person got slimed. It was a joke.
I do want you to understand. I do have to follow the law. No matter what. If I find out that this indeed was a crime, I will have no choice but to enact retribution. I need to know the truth. And she would like to be very persuasive. Sorry, he would like to be very persuasive.
Oh no.
Completely and utterly understand. And you have my vow, Beat, upon our newfound friendship, that if G'day is to be, and at this point I stand up and I begin marching forward, and then I turn back and I begin pacing back. If, in fact, G'day is found to be unequivocally guilty, then may all of the law pour down upon her very neck, and may I find myself also at the behest of such a diligent duty. Do we have a deal?
Can I get a perception check, DM?
For who? From who?
From Beat towards Oro.
What are you trying to interpret? Or what are you trying to do?
If she actually thinks that he believes that this individual is not guilty.
That'd be insight.
Yeah, that would be insight.
Oh, okay. Come on, deception. Come on, deception.
Oh!
Oh my gosh!
I didn't see it. What was it?
21.
21?
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Beat completely believes and he relents. Well, I guess I have grown bored with my accommodations. It wouldn't hurt to get out on the land. Although I'm still not sure about this companion of yours. As long as I
Didi?
don't break any laws.
I know. Didi is. She's a lawbreaker. Be careful.
Me?
But she's good. She's good.
I'm
She
not
has
the one who's
turned.
wanted.
Absolute rabble rouser.
The eyes are curiously and suspiciously.
Well then, Didi, can you please get a hold of Akari and Arhiho?
Yes, what would you like me to say to them?
We have a new companion that they need to meet very, very immediately.
All right. I would like to use the sending stone to contact Akari. And she's gonna say, Akari, are you awake?
Yeah, just waiting to hear back from someone. What's up?
You remember those musical pirates?
Yes.
Well, Oro has made a friend that he insists you and Arhiho need to meet as soon as possible.
Okay. But why aren't we hearing this from Oro? He understands he has one of these as well, right?
I'm not sure. He called me over, asked me to contact you.
Okay. Remind him that he has one as well. And he can contact us too.
Okay.
He needs some independence in his life.
Yes, I agree. Upon hearing Akari say that, Didi's going to turn to Oro and say, you have a sending scale, right?
Yes.
Akari says you need some independence in your life.
Respond that he needs to remember that he is speaking to the leader of our traveling group.
If you have a sending scale, why can't you tell him yourself?
I pull out my sending scale. Akari?
Yeah, you're finally checking in. Everything okay over there?
Yes, it is. You can respond to this message.
Yeah, I know I can respond to this message. I made these.
I pinched the. You see this, Didi? You see me pinch the bridge of my nose, embers flickering irritably. Akari, my dearest, most treasured, most wonderful friend in all the known and unknown realms. I need you to remember something. Something small, something fundamental, a tiny, insignificant detail that you seem to have completely and utterly forgotten. And I turn. So I say this in front of you, Didi, and you, Beat, and then I turn and I cover my mouth and I whisper, Akari, I need to make sure that we can meet somewhere safe because I am wanted still. I don't know where that is, but I also need to make sure that you and Arhiho are ready to meet our new friend. And this person is under the belief that I am the leader, and I just need you to go along with it for a little bit
because he has agreed to help us save G'day, but only on certain terms. You can respond to this message.
I know I can respond to this message. You know that when your intention is to send it to someone, you're the only one who can hear it. The only person who hears this message is the person receiving it. You don't have to whisper. And he just, you hear the longest sigh and just be like, and how does this individual believe that you are the leader?
Okay, fantastic.
No.
So,
Nowhere in the town is safe. We would have to meet outside of it. I assume that they know that you are wanted.
yes. But they also know that I am innocent.
But your
And so-
poster. They know of your poster.
Yes, but they know that I am innocent, and so is G'day. But definitely not Farquaad.
I will check on our Hiho, who you can also message, by the way.
I can?
Yes, they are connected to each other. They are scales made of me. It connects us.
That
Hey, no, leave
is
it alone.
fantastic, my friend.
It was
Okay.
very painful, so I do hope that you are using this.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Okay. And then
We can meet you in a few hours. Before I pass out, I do know that our Hiho was quite loud, but I'll check on him.
okay. And then I turn around, now facing you, Beat, and you, Didi. And remember, Akari, you are my best friend. I would walk through hellfire for you, which, for me, is admittedly just a pleasant stroll, but the sentiment still stands. I love you dearly, but if you undermine me in front of the others one more time, I'm going to set something on fire, and we are both going to pretend it was an accident. Are we
Okay,
understood?
Bubba, that's enough.
Okay, great.
Oh. I messaged Didi. I'm gonna punch him.
Dee Dee replies, I understand.
Okay, I apologize
I'll-
that you saw that. But Akari said that we will be able to meet within a couple hours. All right, sorry, Akari.
No, you're good. I was just gonna say we'll see you in a few hours.
And as this conversation comes to an end, and you all prepare to find a place to meet, with Akari checking in on our Hiho, that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh, this is fun.
Amazing.
I'm not okay.
Does our Hiho have exhaustion?
He
Or
did
is he
have
just
exhaustion.
poisoned?
So I had one level of exhaustion anyways, and right.
You know what? For the heck
Wait.
of it, our Hiho, give me a Constitution save to see. Give me 2 to see how
Okay.
well you did last night.
There's that one.
Ooh, but that karaoke boost.
Oh. Yep. And standing on the table dancing like I just don't care. The rumors are that drunk Arhijo is a force to be reckoned with, but we don't know that guy.
Hee-ho, I gotta see that.
Me too, but I can never get a glimpse.
It's okay. We can revisit your night next week.
Please write a
Yeah.
drunk
Oh my god.
in typical drunk text fashion. Please write a journal entry.
And who are you texting who's up?
Yes.
Well, guys, GG's. This was amazing, as always. A lovely time. Can't wait to see you next week.
Yes, GG's.
Hell yeah. Very nice job, everyone.
Beat, welcome.
GG's.
Welcome, Beat,
GG,
to
everyone.
the story.
Jeez, good night.
Make sure you give me some pictures.
Good night. Much love as always. And
Yep.
thank you for watching, chat.
Yes, your
Yes.
Heck yeah.
participation is amazing. Follow, subscribe. More stuff to come. Oh no, Nerds Productions. Let's go.
Yes.
I started an LLC. We got a client. Things are going places.
Hell yes.
Yes.
All right. Later, guys.
All right.
Later.
Good night, everyone.
All right, guys. Night night. Everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you, everybody, for so much for being here. We do indeed have we started it. We did it. We did the thing. We started an LLC. We have Ono Fam. Not Ono Fam. Good Lord. Yeah, it's gonna take a second. You said, oh no, Nerds Productions. Oh no, Nerds Productions. And we went ahead and started our first trailer. It's out now. Grab us at the YouTube How To Gamers. We put down that first Sands of Fate trailer, guys. When you guys get a second, swap on over. Take a look. Year in the making. Took us a year to get this far. A little sneak peek what's going on. If you have a chance, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. We also fortified and made the Discord channel. I will be sending the link to that here shortly once I get a little bit more backstory and there's a little bit more content on that page itself. That way people have stuff to look at. We'll start building this community as we fucking progress. I'm really excited about everything we got going on, and